I think I've dug into the Kardashian and Diddy hole far enough. Let's get into some secrets, drama, and rumors that have been overshadowed with the Sean Combs case, but definitely haven't gone under our radar. Wanting to start off strong, but with pretty depressing news though, a tumor was recently found growing within Kris Jenner's ovaries. This was revealed on the episode that was showcased on July 10th with the Kardashians, with the episode geared around her undergoing a pre-op exam with Dr. Boris Weissman before she goes through a full hysterectomy surgery. Jenner states, "I've made peace with the fact that this is happening, but I'm still a little nervous." Jenner was scared of it potentially getting worse as time went on, and made the brave decision of getting rid of them altogether. I say brave because, as a biological woman myself, it's really not something I personally will ever grasp if I ever had to go through that. Kris opens up about saying, "I loved being pregnant, loved being pregnant, and I do mourn not ever being able to get pregnant again. It was just this delicious time in my life where I felt like everything came to a halt. Life was beautiful. It was the best time of my life." Kim and Khloe tried to lighten the mood with bringing balloons and a cake that said, "It's not over yet." This has probably taken a really weird turn with the whole baby talk, but Kylie's been thinking about having another one herself with Dune star himself, Timothée Chalamet. This all comes from an insider, mind you, but this is what they have to say about it. Kylie reckons they've got what it takes to be the most successful Hollywood power couple of their generation, and a baby would really help them with that. Their chemistry is white hot, and Kylie's proud to have bagged herself a true A-list boyfriend who is more than a match for her. However, Chalamet is apparently someone who instead wants to go with the flow of things and not rush himself into the Kardashian mess that a lot of them make on themselves. Smart move. Especially as to what's been brewing with the whole Diddy situation right now. You don't want to get entangled in that firestorm biologically. There hasn't been any word from Chalamet if he feels the same way as Kylie, and as a matter of fact, isn't even sure if he's going to bring her to his premiere of the new Bob Dylan movie. This all started because of an alleged feud between Selena and Kylie that happened during the Golden Globes Award, where Selena wanted to take a picture with her friend Timothy, but Kylie apparently told her no. Well, Selena apparently didn't like that, and though it hasn't been confirmed, she was seen gossiping with Taylor Swift shortly after about the incident. Timothy states he just wants this event to be about his work and himself and not let the drama ruin his big moment. Yeah, you sure picked a feisty one, Tim. Let's hope it doesn't come back to bite you in the butt. Gigi, over here! Hadid, can you give us a quick smile, please? Kylie, wait, where's Kylie? Why wasn't she at the Victoria's Secret fashion show? With Jenner's history of strutting on that runway, she had been a part of the fashion shows in 2015, 2016, and their 2018 run. It wasn't until in 2019 when the show got cancelled for allegedly promoting misogyny and harassment. The organizer, Edward Razik, couldn't take the public pressure anymore and resigned because of it. It was both hot and cold with reviews, and a lot more cold than I expected. It was their chance at including more diverse bodies and models, completely scrapping the original Angels. Well, they heard what the public said about it and came back again in 2024 with more of their original branding, but with no more Kylie. Now, it's speculated because of a money issue that was going on, since Kylie was the highest paid model for a while, $69 million in earnings to be exact. Some say it's because of contract issues, since in 2017 she wasn't there because of a competition issue while working with La Perla. It might be happening again since in the fall she had worked with Calvin Klein's campaign, and it's possible they're just not allowing her to work with any other undergarment companies until that contract finishes up. So thankfully, nothing scandalous, just pure business apparently. Hereditary diseases are a kick in the butt, especially when you see it being passed down to your own kids. And recently, Kim opens up about this discovery, revealing to the public that she has passed down vitiligo to her son, to which she hasn't specified which son yet. Vitiligo is a disease that causes you to lose your skin color over time, coming up with patches because the cells that produce the pigment stop working entirely. Kim's battle with her disease is ongoing, and went as far as to one night of being unable to pick up the phone because of how much pain she was in. I've discussed about this before with how Hollywood is terrified of getting old. Well, not the industry itself, but the people who are a part of it, heck yeah. At age 44, people are speculating that Kim has gone through a secret facelift, as the star has not shown any signs of natural aging. This all started when she attended the Academy Museum Gala in Los Angeles, where she was rocking the slick back hair and full glam makeup. If she had gone through a facelift, people are calling it quite tasteful. Even saying so myself, she's looking good for a mother of 4. An aesthetic doctor in London named Dr. Johnny Betteridge suspected this as well, even putting a name to it as a ponytail facelift. He told his followers on his Instagram story, "Fillers only go so far, and if you fill your face to the point where you can't go any further, often you need to dissolve what you've got and then you're left with an alternative option. That's surgery." He gives a timeline that this must have happened around 2 to 3 years ago, with the scars being cleverly placed within the hairline to avoid being out in the open. My body squirms when I get to this next part though, saying that excess skin left over during this minimally invasive procedure can be trimmed down for a more cleaner and younger appearance. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Dr. Betteridge shows us a bit of proof of how in 2022, there was a video where you can see some skin folding just in front of the ear. But I can't see it, but I guess that's why he's the surgeon. There's also rumors about potential filler in her cheeks or lips, but she denies this. But she does apparently do laser treatments on the regular. But that is not the most surprising thing she has done for the art of looking good and as fine as she does, because guys, she is going as far as rubbing, and I quote, salmon bodily fluids on her face. This woman will do anything to keep her youth and even jokingly says, "If you told me that I literally had to eat poop every single day and I would look younger, I might." Yeah, I can't make this up, you guys. The things and lengths celebrities will do for youth. There's nothing wrong with aging gracefully. Money really can't buy happiness after all, especially for Kourtney's son Mason. The kid has had enough of the limelight, having been in it since practically his birth, and wants to kick it back with his dad, Scott Disick. Rightfully so. Kourtney is heartbroken over the crumbling relationship that she's developed with her son, especially when he refused to go over to Australia for a vacation with both his mom and his stepfather, Travis Barker, and instead wanted to spend time with his biological dad. Kourtney despises this and claims that this all transpired because Scott allows the kids to, and I quote, "have all the sugar and junk food they want and watch what they want. He buys them anything they ask for. It's no surprise they all love going to his house." I mean, I don't mean to be judgy, but I usually always am, but isn't he just allowing the kid to be a kid? I have no idea how things go in your house, but it's sounding like you do the opposite. Of course, sugar and too much TV is going to be a bad thing, but having a child grow up with nothing but cameras around him in his face and watching his every move only to be placed on a reality TV show for all the world to see also isn't that great. And I'm sure you are aware of that, but maybe it's probably about time we do what's best for the child and not for a TV show. The Kris Jenner one really got to me and reminds me, despite all the surgery they get done on themselves or the crazy drama they get wrapped into, they're still human. And they always will be.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm gonna have such a headache.
Wait.
My earring's gone.
It's not okay. I'm having such a hard day today. It's not okay though, it's not. On Roblox. Sam was on Roblox yesterday.
Don't do shit. All you have this narrative in your mind. No. I will literally f you up.
He blocked me. What a f***ing loser. Literally, what a f***ing loser.
I think one of my frustrations with you is there's not a lot of follow through after something is done. And this is me talking to you as my manager.
Liars always get caught, and it seems like the Kardashians have been busted for lying about their beauty secrets, business deals, storylines, and more. So the Kardashians are known to take many extravagant vacations and adventures, including one very memorable visit to Bora Bora on their show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Well, there, Kim reportedly lost her diamond earrings, leading the whole family to search the water for her prized jewelry. Naturally, losing something of such great worth and importance brought plenty of viewers and sparked tons of discussion online about the episode. Seriously, I have friends who have never ever seen a whole episode of the show, but if I were to quote, "Kim, oh my god, come on." According to RadarOnline.com, Kim's ex-husband, Chris Humphries, said it didn't actually happen. Kim didn't lose her earrings. This move was a publicity stunt to get views. And while this surely isn't the only time the show created a false moment, more on that later, the lost earrings are a prime example of the lack of reality in reality TV. Yes, I know we all know that reality TV is quasi-scripted by this point in our life, and if you didn't, my bad, but it's really bad when it's just so blatant. One of the most talked about events of said famous show was Kim's extremely short-lived marriage to Kris Humphries, by the way. That marriage lasted less than 3 months and commanded headlines for months following the split. The whole situation was awkward, and Humphries reportedly felt betrayed by Kim, feeling like the marriage was all in the name of ratings. The 72-day wedding will forever live on in infamy. And when you consider there's no such thing as bad publicity, I guess it was a great thing for the family. I'm more on the page of why would you waste all that time and money if you knew it wasn't gonna work out? Well, according to news outlets, that's exactly what the marriage was meant to do, drive awareness and ratings for the Kardashian family show. In fact, Kim wanted her goodbye to Humphries to be on the show, but the producers rejected the idea. These days, Kris Humphries wants nothing to do with the family, has asked to be completely omitted from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, doesn't want to be in the spotlight. Sorry dude, I genuinely wish you all the best away from this media circus. Many of the events on Keeping Up with the Kardashians were staged, including a lot of Kourtney's vicious vocal battles with Scott. I know I've already covered a lot being fake today, but I just really want to drive this statement home, folks. Turns out once cameras stopped rolling, Kourtney and Scott would just laugh about filmed fights and the drama and the discussion it would drive with viewers. That being said, it's also been revealed that Scott has faced serious addictions, leading some folks to wonder if the fights in the show were real, or maybe these fights really were just a laugh. These assumptions were on the idea of them being fake was maybe a cover-up for how serious the issues were in the relationship. Now, regardless, there's no denying the tension these fights created amongst the fans of the show. The duo ended up splitting for good in 2015. You know, Kourtney's off living her life. Gray hairs. Most of us get them, it's just part of growing up. I had a cousin who was silver by the time he was 22. I'm already finding them, it is what it is. Well, Kim Kardashian got caught in a heck of a fib about them during an appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan, where she bragged about having never found a single gray hair on her head. So the discussion began with Ryan Seacrest being like, yeah, how do you keep your hair platinum? And she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk in depth about the lengthy process that goes into bleaching my very naturally dark roots. She said when I dye my roots it's gonna take probably 8 hours, so I've just been lazy, it's just so much work. And then that's when the conversation naturally moved over to the topic of gray hair, and Kim was like, I haven't gone gray yet. And she's grinning. She's like, I haven't had a gray hair yet. Isn't that weird? Well, Kim, since he asked, some folks might say, yeah, that is weird. Or certainly a tad unusual at least. And a quick little Google search, and I mean a quick one, will tell you that Kim actually got her first gray allegedly in 2018 at 37 years old. And she broke that news while chatting on Live with Kelly and Ryan that year. At the time of her appearance, her then husband, Kanye West, who legally changed his name to Kanye, had been at the center of attention following a number of heated Twitter things and controversial interviews. I can't say what they're about, but you know what I'm talking about. Kim came to her then husband's defense in wake of the backlash and joked during the appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan that he'd caused her so much stress that she'd gone gray. Saying yeah, he's doing really good, he's got a couple of albums coming out, he's just really focused on that. I will say he gave me my first gray hair this week and I'm blaming that on him. And having been through a lot of trauma, and notably a divorce in the however many years since that interview, sure, Kim could be excused for having forgotten about that one particular gray. But folks, my story's not done here. Back in 2022, Kim came face to face with another pesky hair, yes, a silver hair, during an episode of her show. So come on girl, stop lying, not worth it. When Kylie Jenner sold 51% of her Kylie Cosmetics company in a deal valued at $1.2 billion back in 2020, it was an incredibly newsworthy moment. One of the greatest celebrity cash outs of all time, the transaction seemed to confirm what Kylie had been saying all along, and what a lot of news outlets like Forbes had declared in March of 2019, that Kylie Jenner was indeed a self-made billionaire. But in the deal's fine print, a less flattering truth emerged. Kylie's business was significantly smaller and less profitable, and the family had spent years leading the cosmetics industry and media outlets to believe. Of course, white lies, omissions, and outright fabrications, I guess, are to be expected from this family at this point. They did perfect and monetize the concept of famous for being famous, but Shayna Moakler, Travis Barker's ex-wife, went on a podcast and claimed that Kim Kardashian hooked up with them, which is a major news thing, considering Travis, was a thing with Kourtney. Whole thing there. Not only that, but there was allegedly cheating involved. Shayna claimed that Travis was seeing Kim behind her back and that Kim played a big part in the breakdown of her marriage. During her appearance on the Dumb Blonde podcast, Shayna revealed that she and Travis were working on the relationship when she was sent text messages between him and Kim from an anonymous source. She said that they were trying to meet up at her sister's house to do the deed. Apparently, when she showed the text to Travis, he already deleted them. So of course, Shayna had reason to be suspicious. And what people can't seem to get over about the story is that apparently Travis might have been interested in Kim before he was into Kourtney. Kim Kardashian was investigated by the FBI after getting $250,000 in a trash bag. So according to a report from 2023, Kim was questioned by the feds as part of an investigation into this big finance guy, Joe Lowe, who was a mogul at the center of the infamous 1MDB fund embezzlement scandal. So US prosecutors allege that he had stolen at least $4.5 billion from One Malaysia Development Berhad, which was founded and led by a former prime minister. The Justice Department indicted him in 2018 for conspiring to launder billions of dollars stolen from the development fund and paying out hundreds of millions of dollars in bribes. Since then, he's been a fugitive. He's living elsewhere. Well, back in 2019, Kim told the FBI that she played some games in a Las Vegas casino with Lowe, and she won big. He told her to keep the chips she won, which were worth $350 grand. And when she went to the casino counter to cash out, she was handed $250K and a trash bag full of $100 bills. She just put it in her carry-on bag, boarded a flight back to LA. And on a later trip to Vegas, she collected the remaining 100 grand, again in a trash bag full of cash. Look, I might not be a gambler, but I've worked a sketchy job every once in a while, and this sounds really sketchy and kind of money laundering and ooh, real bad.
It's called He's Bad Boy Now. It's called Don't Ever Play Yourself.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half the people there were kid.
I know you're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff.
You do.
But we've been known to party with you a few times. What are I don't know, you were just at Puff's birthday.
And when Puff has a party, the whole town shows up. Mr. Daddy called me to ask me to come and check out the restaurant. It looks nice.
Ain't no party like a Diddy Party.
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy Party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozy, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal, I never get nobody.
I wouldn't say things that I knew, you know what I mean? I believe so. I do believe so. I have proof, things that I could say that will back up my claim.
Everyone loves a good party, especially when it's to be had at a millionaire's home. Money can buy a lot of things, but can it buy the Kardashians a way out of the hot water? Now, I'm not surprised that Kim Kardashian was labeled number 5 on the list when it came to exposing the names of celebrities who had attended Diddy parties. Within the description, it even states Kim K has attended Diddy's famous parties, including his annual birthday bashes and New Year's Eve extravaganza. Mind you, these are all plural words, meaning she has been to this man's house multiple times to be a part of these celebrations. We don't know for sure what had gone on during these photos specifically, if anything illegal was happening here that was recently exposed to being tied together with Diddy, but these multiple images clearly show some sort of connection between the Kardashians and Puff Daddy. You were there, Kim, we see you. The other instances you've had where you and Diddy were connecting quite closely with each other, ranging from various talk shows, social media exchanges, as well as accompanying each other to high-profile events. Brand active Buzz also claims that there was quite the friendship grown between the two of them, stating they both understood each other's strengths and where in the industry they thrived in. They say there had been interviews and statements open to the public that they have expressed admiration for each other. Quoting, Kim has praised Diddy for his contributions to the music industry and his ability to reinvent himself, while Diddy has acknowledged Kim's entrepreneurial spirit and work ethic. Both artists apparently have been there for one another, whether it was Kim's divorce with Kanye or Diddy's own personal romance troubles. After this though, who's to say that's going to continue? Interestingly enough, apparently Kim and several others unfollowed the star just shortly before his house was raided. I think that answers that question. But of course, the Kardashians aren't being let off easy either. Aside from all the flack they're receiving online, even businesses apparently want nothing to do with them. Hulu has agreed to cancel the Kardashian show based on the alleged connections that they had with Sean Combs. Kris Jenner is fuming about this, but states she will not back down from this, quoting, "The Kardashian brand remains strong as ever." Hulu was rightfully worried about their image might have looked if they allowed the show to continue, to which I don't blame them. They had to put themselves first in such a dark time, even if it meant risking one of their biggest incomes to their streaming site. They may have cancelled the show, but we are still a multi-million-dollar brand. Nothing is going to stop us, Jenner proudly proclaims. I don't disagree that they still have quite the foundation to keep themselves well afloat, but what happens when the public agrees to stop buying their products as more information about their connection comes out? We've also got a bit of insight from Kim's ex-boyfriend William Ray Norwood, who also explained a bit of his perspective of the Diddy parties. We've never seen the stuff that's being said and the stuff that people are finding out. Like, I've never been in rooms that people were talking about, and I never knew they existed. And a lot of people in the industry can agree with me on that sense. Like, you all wanted to go and have a good time at a Diddy party. Could he be telling the truth? A part of me really hopes he is. Or could he have been someone who was threatened about spilling anything that went on, similar to what has happened to many of the alleged victims of the case? We're looking at you, Chloe, because you were seemingly bashful in this video talking about that you would be attending a party that involved Puff Daddy himself. We then get a very interesting look at this video post-party, where you've expressed yourself saying you hadn't even gone to bed yet, and you took a flight at 5:30 a.m. to get back home to bowl with your sisters. However, the one thing that really does not look good on your end is how you were describing that the people there weren't dressed, shall we say, modestly. Also, Chloe, what's the deal of trying to silence your friend about your new crew of friends? Your sister was only curious, yet you were quick to shut down the friend next to her by telling her to stop talking. Did something else happen there that you're not telling us? All I said was yes, was her friend's defense, when she anxiously answered Kourtney about whether or not she knew about Kim's new friends. Keeping your hood on over your head like that didn't look good either. But hey, we will just say that the bright lights above you were making your hangover even worse. We also can't forget the time Chloe invited Puff Daddy himself to come over to her Cocktails with Chloe series, showering him with compliments such as hardworking, eclectic person. Chloe being involved with Sean Combs seemed to be a regular occurrence, especially after Kourtney calls her out on her just being at Diddy's party, to which she responded, "Yes, I forgot about that. That was an epic night too. Every night." Emphasis on the every night. How many times would you count as every night, Chloe? Nothing like a Diddy party for you, as you've proudly stated on your Instagram. As of recently, Diddy has been denied bail for a third time. Not only that, he was slammed with even more accusations from his staff members that he had been them as well, around the same time of the failed attempt at bail. The source Radar Online states Combs staff members described the defendant threatening to harm them and throwing objects at them, including being physically harmed by him. These also included intimacy revenge threats as well, as there had been claims already with this happening with other people. Apparently, his request on the bail was that he wanted to await trial on a private island. How entitled or absolutely out of touch with reality do you have to be that you would believe you'd be given the privilege of a private island while you await your trial for such alleged heinous acts? Of course, the judge was going to say that's not going to work. He really tried it. The prosecutors argued that if doing so, Sean Combs could possibly threaten witnesses if he was allowed to do so, since allegedly he had already tried to do so while at the Metropolitan Detention Center. Yeah. The defense team tried to soften it by saying they have proposed a $50 million bail package with strict release conditions that would limit Combs' ability to contact others beyond his attorneys and would require around-the-clock monitoring. The public isn't stupid. We've all seen the kind of power money can buy, and all it takes is the wrong person with the right amount of cash. Some of these might be new to you, while others you've already heard before. Either way, it's best not to keep silent about something like this if it's true, and exposing monsters for who they really are out there. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And to keep up with more of the Sean Combs case, we'll be the first to let you know if anything changes.
From lying about plastic surgery, again, to breaking the law, here's our list of every time the Kardashians were caught lying in 2024. Now first off, we have to talk about the whole Diddy situation. Since Diddy was arrested for his various crimes at his parties, it's been said that the Kar-Jenners have been panicking due to being associated with him. All these years they bragged about partying with Diddy have, of course, got everyone assuming that they were somehow involved in these depraved freak-offs, a source told In Touch Weekly. However, the Kardashian family is all insisting they weren't involved in the alleged freak-offs. Now, some sources have said that they weren't even good friends with Diddy, but that's not true, as Khloe had quite a close connection with the star. Now, she actually interned for him when she was younger, and she's been spotted with him a lot. Now, in a 2014 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe mentioned one of Diddy's parties while speaking to her sister Kourtney. She recalled attending a party with guests like Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, and French Montana, where she saw butt-naked guests. It seems like this family might know more than they're letting on and are trying to distance themselves from the star, but the proof of their close relationship is all over their Instagrams. Now, recently, there have been rumors that Kim Kardashian has been dating someone new who isn't famous. Now, some of these rumors suggested that she was dating a real estate investor in December 2024. A source stated Kim started dating someone new in December and planned to keep it very under wraps. The insider added that Kim said she wanted to step away from dating men who were in the spotlight. She said the next person she dates will be someone who isn't famous, they continued. However, a different source told the US Sun that any such rumors regarding Kim's dating life have been made up by herself and her mother, Kris Jenner. The mother-daughter masterminds allegedly don't want the public to think less of Kim because of her single status. There are reports that Kim is privately dating a real estate investor, just like Khloe was also privately dating a businessman a year back or so, the source explained. They have never been seen in restaurants or out and about. Kim and Kris just spread the word to make it seem like it's not poor Kim, why won't anyone date her? The source then verified that Kim does not have a boyfriend. However, Kris doesn't want it to look like men don't want to date her. Now, Kris hasn't publicly commented on the rumors of Kim's new boyfriend, and I mean, is it really that shocking that Kris and Kim would make up rumors like this to get more attention? Nope, they've done crazier things for sure. Now, the Kar-Jenners are known for their fillers and plastic surgeries, but this year they have all denied getting any or that they got theirs removed. But fans are not convinced of this at all, as in July, Kylie posted a Get Ready With Me video promoting her latest Kylie cosmetic products. In the comments section, fans praised Kylie on her beauty routine and looking all natural, but some fans were not convinced of this. On a Kardashian-themed Reddit forum, one fan pointed out that Kylie might not have gotten rid of her fillers. One questioned, didn't she say she's dissolving lip fillers? They seem plumper than ever. Now in the comments, fans agreed. She dissolved them, then added it back, another theorized. A third said, yeah, why can't she just own up to the fact that she thinks these things make her look better and she likes it? I swear, she's been claiming she's been dissolving her lip filler for the past 2 years, a fourth pointed out. Now, in 2018, Kylie claimed that she dissolved her fillers, but if you look at her now, you can tell that she's definitely had some more work done. Now, the same goes for her sister Khloe. In April, Khloe posted a Get Ready With Me video, but fans were taken aback by her appearance. On Reddit, many fans of Khloe also quickly accused her of using strong filters on the clip. But also, this whole video is filtered, and then she keeps this crusty matte lipstick kiss in the video. Make it make sense, one person reacted. That top lip filter glitching, a second social media user agreed. Now over on Instagram, even more of Khloe's followers chimed into the debate and accused her of secret plastic surgery. Girl, stop touching your face, don't go to the doctor no more, one of her fans begged. Khloe though, for her part, has denied getting any plastic surgery besides a nose job. Now Khloe opened up about the surgery on the Kardashians and revealed that comments made by her mom, Kris Jenner, encouraged her to do it. I had the most confidence, I was chubby and in a skin-tight bodycon dress, you couldn't tell me otherwise. Society gave me insecurities. Who knows, if I never heard mom talk about my nose, if I ever would have gotten a nose job, Khloe added, which is honestly just sad. Now, Khloe's face has been ever changing this year, and it's kind of been scary. It seems like every time she's been spotted out or has posted a photo on Instagram, her appearance has changed, and not for the better. Now, a plastic surgeon who has never worked on Khloe, may I add, put in his 2 cents about the star's appearance. Upon comparing newer images with her earlier photos, it appears that beyond the evident enhancements like Botox injections to the forehead and fillers to the lips, there may have been further procedures undertaken, he said. Now, these include buccal fat removal, liposuction, and a chin augmentation achieved through either filler injections, implant placement, or genioplasty, chin surgery. Now, the celebrity surgeon continued by saying, additionally, there seems to be a reduction in the angle of the jaw, which could have been achieved through muscle reduction with Botox injections or through surgical intervention. There's also a possibility of a brow lift, possibly in combination with an upper eyelid surgery or solely through the use of Botox injections for a non-invasive approach. And all I gotta say is though, I believe him as he knows what he's talking about. Then there's the fact that some people believe that Kourtney Kardashian was lying about her new son with Travis Barker. In February, Kourtney followed her husband to Australia for his tour with their new son. She posed with what appeared to be her newborn son, Rocky stroller. But fans are convinced that the stroller was empty. Wait, is the baby even in that stroller or is she faking it? LOL, devastating if so, one concerned fan replied. Wait, why isn't she posting with the baby? A second wondered. Now, throughout the trip, Kourtney did not show photos of Rocky at all, which was strange because she had before. So was she really lying about this? Possibly, but also maybe she and Travis just wanted their privacy. And then there's the fact it was exposed that Kris Jenner broke the law when it came to her daughter Khloe in the past. Scott Disick, aka Kourtney Kardashian's ex and father of 3 of her children, was talking about how his son Mason is excited to learn how to drive. Kris then pointed out that Khloe used to drive when she was Mason's age, which wasn't legal. But you lied to me and said that I had a government license, Khloe said. You're the one who told me I was allowed to take the kids to school. Wait, what? Scott asked in disbelief. You drove the kids to school without a license, and Kris said you had a government license, Scott asked, calling the lie insane. Now, Kris simply laughed at the whole thing, and in a confessional, she then elaborated, a government-issued license in the state of California is something I think I made up. It was a little bit different back then, don't judge me until you've walked in my shoes, she said. As if the lie wasn't bad enough, there was also one time when Khloe's mom got faced and Khloe had to drive her home. And it was only her and I'm driving on the freeway, I'm not like qualified, this is a lot for me. She then started crying behind the wheel when her mom started vomiting everywhere. She had her head out the window, there was no warning, it shoots back into me, Khloe said, and I start crying. I go, please mom, mom, and she kept throwing up. Now that sounds traumatic, to be honest. It seems like we haven't seen too much about the Kardashians nowadays. Why? Well, they've started to become irrelevant. Not to mention, their ties to Diddy have them looking bad. Now, how did this family get involved with Diddy? Well, it has to do with Kim K, of course. Now, Kim worked for and became friends with Paris Hilton in the early 90s. Now, Paris was a partier, and due to this, she was very close with Diddy. I mean, she even attended his first ever white party and said that it was iconic. Now, Kim was introduced to Diddy through Paris, and Kim then ended up introducing her family to him, and out of all of her sisters, Khloe became close with Diddy. When Khloe was in high school, she actually interned with Diddy. She was with him in the studio and helped with his show Making the Band. Not to mention, in an old episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Scott Disick brought up the fact that Khloe went on tour with Diddy when she was in high school, which is just weird if we're being honest, but it shows us that she's been friends with Diddy and in his circle for a long time. Now, Khloe has been very open about her friendship with Diddy. She had him on an episode of her show Cocktails with Khloe in 2016, where the pair reminisced about their past. Khloe also spoke to her sister Kourtney about Diddy's parties and just hanging out with Diddy in general. In a 2014 clip from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe tells Kourtney that she was with a bunch of her friends, which included Diddy, Quincy Brown, Justin Bieber, and French Montana. Now, it's important to note that Diddy was Justin Bieber's mentor, and the Kardashians were good friends with Justin as he dated Kendall Jenner. Then there's French Montana, as Khloe dated him briefly in 2014, but he was also really good friends with Diddy. French Montana was a longtime collaborator of Diddy and was once signed to his Bad Boy record label. Now, later, Khloe spoke more about the party to Kourtney and one of her friends who was also there. "I haven't been to bed yet. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m., Khloe shared. "Well, this party, I think half the people were butt naked," she added, which is just, well, weird. Now, Kourtney wanted to know more about this, but when Khloe's friend went to explain more, Khloe shushed her and said, "Stop talking." Now, maybe Khloe was nervous about what her friend could reveal and knew it could get her in trouble, especially since they were being filmed, but it was honestly just a weird moment. Now, Khloe has also made many posts online talking about Diddy parties. She took to Instagram back in 2019 to share a series of pictures from a Diddy party. She captioned the post, "Nothing like a Diddy Party." Now, in the pictures, she was seen posing alongside the rapper and her sisters Kim and Kylie Jenner. Now, fans have been commenting on the pictures following P. Diddy's arrest though. "This hasn't aged well," one person warned, and another said, "Yikes" at pic and caption, while a third commented, "I definitely wouldn't brag about his great parties." Now, another member of the family who has ties to Diddy is Kris Jenner and her boyfriend, Corey Gamble. Corey has long time been a friend and worked with Diddy, so a lot of people think that he knew about and maybe even participated in some of the crimes Diddy committed. An insider said that Corey was aware of Diddy's controversial engagements, as a lot of people believe that Corey must have had some knowledge of what was going on, claimed the source. But the insider also noted that he totally denies these allegations. Some people who have kept up with the Kardashians have always found Corey to be somewhat creepy, so his connection to Diddy honestly isn't too shocking. Now, to back this up, in a series of now deleted 2022 social messages, Kanye West also dissed Corey for his connection to Diddy and Justin Bieber. "I think he's a nice person, not a great person. A nice person who used to be around Puffy's family, then got around Justin Bieber." Now, regardless with the whole Diddy situation, the Kardashians are rumored to be panicking. Anonymous sources have come out and said that the family is embarrassed of their ties with Diddy and that they had nothing to do with any of the crimes he committed and that they didn't even know they were happening. It said that Kris is in full panic mode right now due to all of this, and honestly, yeah, I get it because it does not look good for the family right now. But the truth is, no one really seems to care about the Kardashians anymore, as their new reality show, The Kardashians, is not that good compared to Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Now, they have too much creative control, and the episodes are mostly just long commercials for their various brands. They seem to be slipping away into oblivion as people really don't care for them much anymore. Now, I feel like the Kardashians used to be in a scandal almost every week, but now we barely hear about them. Now, one of their other recent controversies was in October when their family got an early screening of the movie Wicked. They posted photos of them in matching PJs alongside the film's stars Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo for a private screening at Kim's home. But after these photos were posted, there were a number of viral posts criticizing the event as wasteful and called out the obscene privilege of the family getting their own screening before it hit theaters. Now, some people even questioned why Ariana and Cynthia agreed to go, and some social media users said this made them want to see the movie less. Then, earlier in December, Kim revealed that her family wasn't going to throw their iconic Christmas party. Kim revealed, "We're doing a really low-key Christmas Eve party this year," confirming that the annual event wouldn't take place. Now, this is the second time in 46 years that the party has been cancelled, with the first being in 2020 during the pandemic. Now, Kim assured that they will return in the future though. "We've had some legendary Christmas Eve parties and they're just beginning," she said. "Our kids love them and now all their friends want to come. It's such a fun tradition." Now, these parties were known for being iconic, but it seems like again, no one really cared that all of it was cancelled. Then people started speculating that because people didn't care about the party being cancelled, that Kim decided to last minute release that weird Santa baby music video. And let me tell you, it is weird. It consists of her singing Santa Baby with her crawling around a house in a wig while there are different people around her. It's just weird and disturbing, and some people in the comments say that this was part of a humiliation ritual so they wouldn't be connected to Diddy anymore. I don't know about those, but it was just so weird. I did not like it. Now, one person commented, someone has attended one too many Diddy parties, while another said, what's going on here? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Is she doing a humiliating ritual to stop her from ending up next to Diddy? Yeah, it's definitely weird, and that was not the best way to end off the year. I'll tell you that much. Then there's also been rumors though that Kylie Jenner is pregnant again, but this time with Timothée Chalamet's baby. Now, Kylie and Timothy have kept their relationship pretty low-key. I mean, we don't know much about it, so it would make sense that if they were pregnant, that they wouldn't announce it. Now, why do fans think this? Well, in a recent TikTok video posted by Kylie on December 30th, it showed her dressed in pajamas as she did an Ulta haul with her daughter Stormy and her niece Chicago West. Now, Kylie held onto the Ulta bag throughout the video, appearing to hide her belly, which made some fans suspicious that she was doing that on purpose to hide a pregnancy. Now, fans in the comments were going crazy. As one said, covering her belly and the pregnancy nose, yeah, she's pregnant, while another added, I think Kylie is pregnant, and if I'm right, this app is gonna be on fire real soon. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber.
Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names.
And now we're learning more details about the raid that went down here at Diddy's 17,000 square foot, $61.5 million mansion.
Not a single celebrity has come out to defend Diddy. Not one.
Hey Cassie, how are you? How do you feel about all the allegations with Diddy going on right now?
And witnesses in the months leading up to his arrest on trafficking and racketeering charges.
When he comes to a P. Diddy party, this is what happens to the white man.
When Khloe Kardashian posts photos of her family, so True and Tatum, the comment section on those photos is usually flooded with well wishes and cute comments. However, a September 24th snapshot saw suspicion and anger mixed in amongst the usual well wishes, if you will. Followers appear to be turning on the Kardashians due to their previous association with Puff Daddy. So Khloe's Instagram post, where she dropped off her family at school, received plenty of positive comments. Pop singer Chloe Bailey said, "You're the best mama," but then there was other ones that were like a little more angry. Somebody said, "So we are just glossing over the fact that she and the other Kardashians knew what went on at parties. This circus is trying to deflect from them parties they went to," said another in all caps. So what parties are they referring to? Well, for decades, Puff Daddy parties were the place to be. From his annual Hamptons White Party to blow-up birthday bashes, the lavish champagne and caviar-filled soirees were attended by, let's see, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, Leonardo DiCaprio, and many, many more. For his 50th birthday, Puff Daddy partied with members of the Kardashian family, as well as Pharrell, Kate Beckinsale, Naomi Campbell, but we're gonna focus on the Kardashians today, folks. There's some recent images going viral on social media that show a lot that happened at these white parties. Specifically, there's one image where it looks like everybody in attendance is holding a big bottle of something fun, and you've got Leonardo DiCaprio having a good time, in good spirits, Mariah Carey's having a great time, and then there's one photo that stands out to me. Puff Daddy screaming in fun with Paris Hilton in his arms and Kim Kardashian by his side. Now, there was a video that emerged this year showing Khloe Kardashian bragging about partying with a music mogul. This was in an old episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I believe the scene first aired in 2014, and it showed Khloe catching up with sister Kourtney as she unpacked a wild party with a bunch of friends, including Puff Daddy, Justin Bieber, and French Montana. Later in the episode, they enjoyed a bowling session with a pal when she shared, "I haven't been to bed yet. I got on a plane at like 5:30 a.m. So 2 years later, Khloe invited Puff Daddy to appear appear on her Cocktails with Khloe series, where she hailed him as a hardworking, eclectic person, saying, "Well, I know you're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff. We've been known to party with you a few times." And then turning to Courtney, who was also taking part in the episode, she continued, "You were just at Puffy's birthday." And she said, "Yeah, I forgot about that. That was an epic night too. Every night. The night was fun because all the girls ditched me, so it was like me and the boys. It was me, Kanye, Corey, Tyga, and we were all just hanging out and it was fun. I loved it." So they were all heaping praise on Puff Daddy, saying like, "I don't know how you have all that energy, but that's who you are, and that's why people are drawn to you because you're so eclectic. No matter what, no matter how much you work, you don't sleep, you don't do anything, but that's just you." Well, this friendship was still going strong 3 years later. Khloe posted photos beside Puff Daddy and her siblings on December 16th of 2019. As seen on Instagram, she could be seen posing with, well, Puff Daddy and Kim and Kylie in 2 separate photos commemorating the 50th birthday blowout. So look, if we're going to talk about Kim right now, multiple outlets claim that she was amongst the folks to unfollow Puff Daddy on Insta, but she hasn't said anything publicly. Alongside an upload, which is still visible on her page, she wrote, "Nothing like a Puffy party." Nobody in the famous family has technically been linked to any of the allegations that Puff Daddy is facing, but they haven't spoken out following his arrest. They've been fawning over him for many years, and Kris Jenner's partner, Corey Gamble, has ties to the rapper as well. So news of his downfall has hit the family hard because they're dreading the prospect of testifying at his trial. According to an insider, they are in panic mode. All these years that they bragged about partying with him, according to the source from In Touch, the Kardashians are all insisting they weren't involved in the freak-offs. They had no idea the sorts of twisted things that he was up to after hours, even though we know Khloe partied with them after hours. And in fairness, the source did say that Puffy had plenty of glamorous parties over the years that weren't freak-offs, at least not until the early morning hours when the majority of people had left. So as for Kris and Corey's connection, well, Corey shared a post in 2020 honoring late model Kim Porter, who, had offspring with the rapper, saying, "Happy birthday, Kim Porter. I will always continue to thank you and Puffy for all you did for my life." So a lot of people are saying that Corey must have had some knowledge of what was going on, which he totally denies. Apparently it's all very ugly, very embarrassing. Kris is scrambling to distance himself from all this and distract everyone, but that's kind of going to be impossible if they get called to testify. Now, if we're going to talk more about Puffy parties, let's go back to 1999. An interview with Entertainment Tonight, where Puffy was talking about these holidays. And back then, he was saying, "They don't want me to party anymore, but we're not going to stop. We will continue to have fun, to unite people from all walks of life." And in that interview, he made a prediction that has come true, saying, "You're going to hear about my parties. They're going to shut them down. Maybe they're going to arrest me. They're going to do all kinds of crazy things just because we want to have a good time." He said, "Whenever you bring a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizons, people get intimidated." It's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. Now, he also joked about his tactics for keeping women from ditching these get-togethers back in 2002. It was an episode of Late Night with Conan O'Brien. And when Conan was like, "Hey, how do you throw a great party?" And Puffy was like, "Woman, beautiful woman, of course. Beautiful men for the ladies, of course. You need some water." I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but a lot of ladies drink water at parties. So if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave. Gotta keep them there. Need locks on the doors. Now, when Conan O'Brien was like, "Hey, that sounds dangerous," Diddy was like, "Nah, it's fun." Which, okay, that's not my idea of fun. So as allegations continue to surface about these infamous parties, it might be a while before we get all the details, because it turns out attendees were reportedly forced to sign NDAs. According to some news that leaked over the weekend, it was a standard agreement. The signed document says that party attendees can't share information related to the disgraced music mogul himself, partners, family members, friends, and business associates. They also prevent signees from photographing, filming, or recording Puff Daddy or anyone around him without written consent. The document also names social media platforms in which attendees cannot post photos or videos of the Bad Boy founder without permission. Also, signees are asked to not give interviews, write books, or discuss anything about Puff Daddy or things seen at his parties. So it kind of covers anything that could get him into trouble. Granted, the NDA does eventually expire. The signed document is valid for the length of Puff Daddy's life plus 20 years, or 70 years, whichever one's longer. Look, it's really a boilerplate NDA, but the basic gist of it is that anybody attending those parties needs written consent to share anything. Granted, the NDA didn't keep the authorities out of Puff Daddy's business. Although the NDA sounds airtight, the public already knows some of the secrets that are floating around, leading to the revocation of his key to the city of Miami. Apparently the city was like, yeah, no, with all this legal stuff going on, we want that back. Puff Daddy was first awarded the key to the city of Miami in 2015 after his former media company, Revolt, held the Revolt Music Conference in the waterfront city. However, after the release of the footage with him and Cassidy and the allegations and his arrest, Miami was like, yeah, that's not a valid key anymore. Miami Beach's mayor, Stephen Miner, and the city commission voted unanimously on the matter. And there was a whole lot of other people as well that were like, yeah, no, we're taking that back. This decision comes after Miami Beach also revoked the Puff Daddy Day, which occurred on October 13th annually. This was rescinded this year, shortly after the footage got released.
The real Kim Kardashian. A closer look at her shady past, Kim Kardashian has had rapid weight loss after giving birth.
In Touch is reporting that she wants to lose 30 pounds in 30 days.
I gained a lot of weight and I have a lot to lose.
While she has publicly attributed her weight loss to diet and exercise, static. Many have speculated that she may have used additional methods, such as diet pills or other weight loss aids. After giving birth to her son Saint West in 2015, Kim Kardashian quickly regained her pre-pregnancy figure. She shared details about her strict diet and workout routine, which included a low-calorie intake and intense exercise sessions.
Reality star is reportedly already on a strict diet and exercise routine to lose all that baby weight.
However, some critics questioned the feasibility of achieving such dramatic weight loss in a short period through natural means alone. The use of diet pills and other weight loss aids has been a common practice among celebrities seeking to shed pounds quickly. These products often contain ingredients that can suppress appetite, boost metabolism, or promote fat burning. While they can be effective in the short term, they may also come with potential health risks and side effects. It's important to note that Kim Kardashian has never publicly admitted to using any weight loss aids. However, the rapid nature of her weight loss and the lack of transparency surrounding her methods have fueled speculation and raised questions about the potential use of such products. While Kim Kardashian has built a successful brand with Skims,
I'm a mother, millionaire, law student, and billionaire. I'm also the proud owner of Skims shapewear products.
there have been instances where the company has been accused of misleading marketing practices and unrealistic body image promotion. Some specific examples include photoshopping controversies. Skims has faced criticism for heavily editing promotional images, making models appear slimmer and more toned than they are in reality. This can contribute to unrealistic body standards and promote a negative body image. Exaggerated claims. Some have argued that Skims overstates the transformative effects of its shapewear, suggesting that it can dramatically alter one's body shape. While the products can offer some smoothing and shaping, the results may not always be as dramatic as portrayed in marketing materials. Kim Kardashian has been caught heavily editing promotional images for Skims. This practice has raised concerns about the brand's commitment to body inclusivity and its potential to perpetuate unrealistic body standards. One notable instance involved the inclusion of supermodel Tyra Banks in a Skims campaign. Critics pointed out that Banks' body had been heavily edited, making her appear slimmer and more toned than her natural physique. This sparked outrage, as it contradicted the brand's messaging of inclusivity and body positivity. The excessive use of photo editing in Skims marketing materials can have harmful consequences. By presenting unrealistic and unattainable body ideals, the brand can contribute to negative body image and self-esteem issues, particularly among young people. It creates a distorted perception of beauty and can lead to unhealthy comparisons and body dissatisfaction. Furthermore, the use of heavily edited images can undermine the brand's credibility. Consumers may feel deceived and distrustful of the brand's claims about its products. It can also damage the brand's reputation and lead to boycotts and negative publicity. To address these concerns, Skims should adopt more ethical and transparent marketing practices. This could involve using less invasive editing techniques, showcasing a diverse range of body types in their campaigns, and promoting body positivity messages that emphasize self-acceptance and self-love. By prioritizing authenticity and inclusivity, Skims can regain consumer trust and contribute to a more positive body image culture. Kim Kardashian has a long history of promoting various products on her social media platforms, often making claims about their effectiveness. However, Some of these endorsements have come under scrutiny for lacking transparency and factual accuracy. One notable example is her promotion of a cryptocurrency called Ethereum Max. In 2021, she posted about the cryptocurrency on her Instagram story, which led to a significant surge in its price.
That is a story from Kim Kardashian's Instagram where she shilled a scam crypto coin to 228 million followers.
However, she later faced legal action for failing to disclose that she had been paid to promote the cryptocurrency. This incident highlights the potential for influencers to mislead their followers by promoting products without fully disclosing their financial interests. Other examples of controversial product endorsements by Kim Kardashian include her promotion of weight loss products and skincare lines. In some cases, she has made claims about the efficacy of these products that have not been substantiated by scientific evidence.
Kardashian posted last night to her more than 100 million followers that appetite-suppressant lollipops, and they're literally unreal.
This can be misleading to consumers who may be influenced by her endorsements to purchase products that may not deliver the promised results. It's important to note that while Kim Kardashian has a significant influence on her followers, it is crucial to critically evaluate the claims made in her endorsements. Consumers should be aware of potential conflicts of interest and conduct their own research before making purchasing decisions based on celebrity endorsements. Next up, we have Kim Kardashian has acknowledged using Botox and fillers. Many believe she has undergone more extensive procedures, including rhinoplasty, breast augmentation, and butt implants. Her evolving appearance, particularly the changes in her nose shape and facial structure, has fueled rumors of surgical enhancements. Despite the evidence suggesting otherwise, Kim Kardashian has consistently maintained that her looks are primarily the result of makeup and contouring. She has even shared detailed makeup tutorials, demonstrating how to achieve a similar look. However, many experts and fans remain skeptical, citing the significant physical transformations that are difficult to attribute solely to makeup. The discrepancy between Kim's Kardashian claims of natural beauty and the visible changes in her appearance has raised questions about honesty and transparency. It highlights the pressure on celebrities to maintain a youthful and flawless image, often leading to the use of cosmetic procedures and misleading public statements. The reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians has been criticized for presenting a fabricated and idealized version of family life. While the show offered a glimpse into the lives of the Kardashian-Jenner family, many argue that it was heavily scripted and manipulated to create dramatic and engaging storylines. One of the primary criticisms is the use of scripted scenes and staged events. Several former crew members and insiders have revealed that many of the iconic moments and arguments captured on the show were planned and rehearsed. This raises questions about the authenticity of the family's interactions and the extent to which their emotions and reactions were genuine. Furthermore, the show often portrayed a highly idealized version of family life with glamorous lifestyles, constant drama, and extravagant events. This can create unrealistic expectations for viewers, particularly young people, who may aspire to a similar lifestyle. The focus on wealth, fame, and physical appearance can also contribute to negative body image and materialism. Business success. Some critics argue that Kim Kardashian has exaggerated the success of her businesses, such as her makeup and clothing lines. One common criticism is that the success of her brands is heavily reliant on her celebrity status and social media influence. While she has a massive following, it's unclear how much of her business success can be attributed to the quality of her products versus her personal brand. Furthermore, some critics question the transparency of her business practices. For example, the exact sales figures and profitability of her brands are often not publicly disclosed, making it difficult to assess their true financial performance. Her charitable endeavors have been questioned, with some suggesting they are primarily publicity stunts. One common criticism is that her charitable activities are often highly publicized and presented in a way that maximizes media attention. For example, her visits to disaster-stricken areas or her participation in charity events are often documented on social media and in the press. This has led some to question whether her intentions are sincere or if she is simply using her platform to enhance her public image. Additionally, some critics have pointed out that her charitable contributions, while significant, may not be as substantial as they appear. For instance, some of her donations may be in the form of product donations or discounted merchandise, rather than direct monetary contributions. This raises questions about the true impact of her charitable giving.
The Kardashians are known for always being surrounded by controversy, and now they are in hot water for their association with Diddy. Throughout the years, the Kardashians have bragged about being friends with Diddy and partying with them. One of the most outspoken members of the family about this has been Khloe, as she seemed to be the closest to him. When Khloe was younger, she was actually an intern for him. Although she can't remember exactly what she did for the star, she remembers being in the studio and running around. Then, in an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, it was revealed that she even went on tour with Diddy when she was an intern, which is honestly just a little weird because she was quite young at the time. It seems like Diddy definitely could have exposed her to some of his partying ways, as she was alone with him without her family or a guardian. Now, this isn't the only alarming thing about Khloe in relation to Diddy. During a 2014 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe Kardashian told her older sister Kourtney Kardashian that she spent the weekend with, quote, a bunch of her friends, including Diddy, Quincy Combs, Justin Bieber, and French Montana. Later on, she spoke more about the party to Kourtney and one of her friends who was also there. Quote, I haven't been to bed yet. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m., Khloe shared. While this party, I think half the people were butt naked, she added, which is just, well, a little weird. Now, Kourtney wanted to know more about this, but when Khloe's friend went to explain more, Khloe shushed her and said, stop talking. Maybe Khloe was nervous about what her friend could have revealed and knew it would get her in trouble, especially since they were recording for the TV show. Overall, it was just a very strange encounter, and with fans watching it back now after everything we know about Diddy, it's just all really raising some eyebrows.